So it didn't stop, I believe, as they say, when you have established this capstone IAS Academy, you also chose to have some new things, very new, probably first time in the country. Like you tried to brought artificial intelligence for tracking. Would you just like to elaborate on that, how people can be benefited?
Generally what the candidates go through is what's called test series or tests. Now what we have brought in here is, we are tied up with an organization called Excellon Academy, which basically does use artificial intelligence to look at the quality of a reply, quality of your answer, how much time you took for a particular answer, how much time did you guess an answer. It will give a complete analysis of the way you thought, and that will give you a great feedback for your next sessions. So this has a data bank of around 10,000 questions that are generally featured in the IAS preliminary examination, civil service examination, and that's the difference that QLEAP Capstone IAS Academy brings to you. It brings to you a test series which no other academy in the country has today. We are the only academy which is signed with Excellon IAS Academy, and I'm sure this is going to be a game changer, and I'm sure that's why you're possibly listening to this interview.
Really can change the whole journey of an aspirant. And one more thing I would like to ask you, the very direct and a question probably all of us would like to know about. You have been saying this is not just a coaching center for taking you to the IAS end point. It's something which is an academy to make you a holistic or make a holistic change in you. How do you substantiate this?
No, that goes with my character also. Because 27 years when I was in the IAS, the quest was always for excellence. That's one. There was no personal agenda in whatever work I did. It is always for the public interest. The public interest always featured. So when I'm putting that public interest and the private interest or the commercial interest of an academy, obviously the public interest has to be at the top. And the private interest is obviously there because you are no longer in government. You need to run the academy, you need to have teachers, you need to fly them in. There's a cost involved. So obviously we have to get that cost from students. But that is not the interest. So that's the first thing that I want to tell you, that this is not a commercially minded academy, one. Number two is that, I am finding that a large number of candidates who qualify also, later on go on to do very ordinary work. They don't do anything extraordinary. They think that system is like this. ऐसा ही होता है. चलने दो यार, ऐश करो, that kind of thing. Now why should India waste its money on people who think that nothing is possible? India should be investing on youngsters who think that India can become a much bigger place or much better place than any other country in the world. At least, our Prime Minister is trying, a lot of leaders in the country have been trying for a long time. So to give a fillip to that thought process, it's only youngsters in the IAS can do this. So we, in this capstone QLEAP IAS Academy, tries to bring in that characteristic which is beyond patriotism. It's not just patriotism, it's beyond patriotism. It's nation building. It's a nation building exercise which all IAS officers are engaged in. Do you want incrementalism or do you want transformational change? This is a question. So I have a mantra for this. I keep saying that you need to have an IIT to become a transformation leader. I would stand for integrity. Second, I would stand for innovation. And third, I would stand for technology. I find that it's very difficult to find a person with all three characteristics rolled together. Now, if you have all three, you will become somebody like a LKY, Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew is the Prime Minister of Singapore. He became one of the biggest statesmen of the world, and he was an innovator par excellence. So we need to churn out, even among the IAS, good leaders. There's a big difference between a leader and a boss, right? So you're not supposed to be a boss, you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to show the untrodden path, take them through safely and get across, show them a different world altogether. That is possible through the IAS. I don't think any other service offers that kind of width or breadth. So it's all waiting for you. Capstone QLEAP Academy can help you in realizing your dream for that.